Thank you very much for joining me for this session of Dr. Plotzker's Mind. It's that interval between Pesach or Passover and Shavuot. We are commanded to count each night, starting at the Second Seder, for 49 days or 7 weeks, then celebrate the festival commemorating when we Jews received the Torah from Mount Sinai. Judaism has a lot of different rituals that keep us together. Some are daily, like eating kosher. Some are weekly, like Shabbos. And some are annual, like Yom Kippur. In America, Jews have become rather secular, myself among them, very much Americanized. But most of us pick from a menu of what we are going to observe. Circumcising male infants approaches universal. Eating kosher much less well adhered. And as I attend services or Jewish events periodically, the people I find myself among are my contemporaries on Medicare, with younger people of my children's generation, let alone children, much less represented. And I'm very much in that bell curve of picking and choosing, though I probably pick more than average. I commemorate Shabbat, but I also drive my car on Shabbat to get where I want to go. One of the rituals that I've latched onto now for quite a number of years is counting the Omer. It has to be counted after dark. With the season coming into daylight savings time, almost approaching the summer solstice, when the time of darkness on the clock is at its latest. I don't know what they would do in Alaska, where it may never get dark, or they'd have to count Omer in the wee hours. But I count Omer every night. The smartwatch has made it a lot easier. I set it to go off at a time that is suitable to count Omer. The Orthodox Union has made it easy. In their Passover guide at the back, they include the blessings for the daily Omer count and what day goes with what count. I also receive a daily message from the Chabad Lubavitch organization, reminding me not to forget the blessing and the count. If you forget to count it at night, you may count it the next morning without the blessing and then resume the blessing. if you forget to count it altogether, you may resume the proper count, but for the rest of the 49 days, it is just the recitation of the number without the blessing that goes with it. There is something a little special about this. It commits myself to having an appointment with myself, that every night I have to stop what I'm doing, not necessarily at a specified time, but within a short time interval. I am usually upstairs in my study or on the computer. I have to go downstairs where I keep the brochure from the Orthodox Union, get a kippah or yarmulke, recite the introductory blessing, do the daily count, and do the benediction that follows. I am very faithful about doing this. Most years I will miss a day and catch up the next morning. This year, 5 of the 7 weeks into the procedure, I am still on track, though I will be traveling to a different time zone in a few days. So we'll have to adapt to that and continue the count there. Disciplining myself for 7 weeks, every single night, without fail, has a purpose. It is a challenge to do it, but it is also a benefit to me to do it. It adds an element of commitment, with each step being very simple, but the composite package of getting all 49 days done, sometimes fighting a little fatigue to do it, is not so simple. Its purpose is an anticipatory one, which is probably why we count up rather than down. And at the culmination, traditionally we acquire freedom, but we don't acquire responsibility until 7 weeks later, when the laws are given to us. I think that was true at the time. I think it is true now. But having to set a time every single night for those 7 weeks may be the practice for the more permanent responsibilities that will follow. So far, still on track. One of the Jewish tasks that I commit myself to do, not always convenient, but always worth the effort. Thanks so much for sharing this session of Dr. Plotzker's Mind.